Whenever you're ready.
I don't know how I managed to still have hope, but I'm glad I do, because good or bad, it's what gets me through, and gives me that sure feeling of next time we'll do it right. I spent most of my life wishing I was in a different world. This is a subject I'm really touching on, secretive about it and sensitive. But most of my childhood I spent reading fantasy books, and I wish that I could escape to one of their worlds. I used to dream of going on adventures and, collecting talismans and, saving the world from the Dark Lords and, what have you. They were really beautiful, romantic worlds, and it kind of gave me an idea of what I thought life should be. I guess the world became my canvas in a way, that I was the creator, I was the artist, I was the director, I was all of it. And I was just going to try and make it as fantasy orientated as I could. And that included having that real life epic romance. I was never really into the romance aspect of my fantasy books, but as I began to grow up, I became more aware of it, and it took a hold on me. It shaped me and my beliefs completely. Blame it on the fantasy books, the movies, the anime. I thought that our eyes would meet, across a crowded room, my one true love and I, and we would dance. He, yes, it did start out as a he. We'd feel so familiar. I'd know him, and I'd know that I want to be with him through thick and thin, forever. People often told me that I was not of this world, that I was different. And he would be just like that. He'd be a part of me, but be a part of my world. I've always had a really close relationship with my mum. I've always been a mum's girl. My dad's great. Sometimes. We just got this huge, communication barrier between the two of us, and to be honest, sometimes he can just be a sexist butthead. Yeah, I guess my relationship with my parents had something to do with it. On that level, it's my choice. I don't think I could ever emotionally connect with a guy, and it's just different. And also, I hate their anatomy. Yeah, it's just the idea of excuse my crudeness at this, but the idea of a penis being inside me, it's revolting. It's absolutely revolting, and it's like a massive breach of personal space and like an invasion, and I guess it frightens me a little bit. I like the female figure. I like the hips, the breasts. Women just have this inner shine, that men just don't have. I mean, when a man smiles, it's nice. But when a woman smiles, it's just, I find it stunning. As far as, the old-fashioned dads go, the ones that kind of go, my daughter has a curfew and can't leave home until she's married. My dad's pretty modern and decent. My dad's opinions on certain things like, homosexuality and the way you raise your kids and all that, I guess it comes from the person he is, how he was raised. And I guess he just doesn't understand it. As far as he's concerned, men and women are supposed to be together. A man isn't with a man. and a woman isn't with a woman. It's the way he is like with marinating his meat. You don't marinate your meat with garlic, and he's just completely opposed to it. And if I press him on the issue, he just gets increasingly agitated at me. In a way, I feel guilty because I can't give my parents the ideal future that they want. I can't give them another son-in-law. I can't conceive kids in the natural way. I can't give them grandchildren like that. And I suppose any strings of bisexuality that I have left in me are for that reason. That, and also out of the urge to be normal for both my parents' sake and, for my sake. And to avoid the bullshit situations that people put you in. I believe in love. And only love. That's it. But because of my sexuality, I didn't think I'd ever find it. I always thought that if I did fall in love with someone, whether it be man or female, it would always be of secondary importance. And I can't explain how I came to love these girls. How do you explain why you love someone, How do you say that? We just clicked, and I know it's hard to comprehend. It's just as hard for me too, if not harder. But it just worked, They were like two different personalities that they just made me whole. And best of all, they wanted to be part of my world. We were so happy, the girls and I, we were just simple and innocent, and the best part about our relationship was that purity, that innocence that we had together. And then we began to grow, as you do, and our relationship became more sexual. And don't get me wrong, the sex was great, but no, I think, I know our relationship could have done without it. We did try to salvage our relationship, but the problem with remembering the good is that you just can't seem to forget the bad. You remember how I said that love can heal and save anyone? Well, I think it was the realization that belief wasn't entirely solid that completely broke us. It hit me like a wave. A fairy tale totally gone wrong. It was like the film Princess Bride. I was Princess Buttercup and the girls were Westerly. And the imbalance in our relationship was, it was Prince Humperdinck. The only difference with the Princess Bride and me was my situation was actually reality. I didn't have Fesnik or a Spanish fencing Montoya by my side. It was just me against love. My world had literally gone up in flames. The girls are still together now, but the relationship they have at the moment, the magic, the romance, for the most part, is gone. I suppose people would think it was all, just an escape from my reality, but I believe that it's a place that feeds my imagination and helps me thrive. It gives me strength, and it's kind of like my power source. Ultimately, love is painful, but without pain there is no love, and I need to find that world again.